Alright guys, hello and welcome to this evening's stream. I am your host, Samius. Once again, we're on our namesake character here. That was a bunch of weird noise. There's Ben's trying to fire his stuff up. My neck is still bothering me pretty good today. My neck and head. But we're gonna do at least a little bit. I've got about 5 to 6. So we'll do at least an hour, maybe more, probably more. Would not surprise me if we did substantially more. Do my best to get distracted from everything. Dog in the background being an ass. Let's see, I think we need to start in House D, but actually, if we're gonna do that, we might as well just teleport here. I'm resuming that 60s playlist that was playing earlier. It's so good. I got about 7 YouTube notifications though that if that video becomes monetized, you're gonna have to pay royalties to the artist. Where did I go there? I tell you, I'm already drinking. I need a drink actually. Go. Poof, poof. All of our fast teleportation. So good. I think your level's lower than I want to mess with. Alright. Do our best to keep scroll as far out as possible. As you start trickling in, feel free to say hello. You're welcome. You're welcome to fire off a conversation or whatever you like. I'm here for you. I'm here for you! Alright. Currently we are 11 Bard, 12 Arty, 1 Wizard. And there's our stats and Knuckle Shell. We're using a Razor Wind. Slotted with a... what is it? The red slot kinetic ruby. On hit we have a 2% chance. Force critical. Obviously with the king, our critical chance now is 14 to 20 times 3. So pretty sick amount of critical damage coming in. Overall, this is probably my favorite low level weapon. I do have a bunch of others that I'm fond of. But for the look, the damage, and the uniqueness, this is definitely one of the best ones. I would love to see more build situationally good weapons. I always say that I should design certain things, and maybe I should just do it. Maybe take one stream and do a bunch of that kind of stuff, but I don't know, we'll see. I feel like a lot of these things you can do from just a few tweaks here and there. to crumble and fall. There needs to be more named non-caster quarterstaffs. I agree. I also feel the same things about like malls. And good actual Kopeshes. There's a lot of Kopeshes, but not very many of them are good. Let's turn this down just a hair. Also, good morning, Mops. Morning! It's almost 7 o'clock. 6 o'clock. 7:15. You know what? Good morning. And you could start a whole chain of weapons that did something very simple, even like cast a has a fair chance of, you know, he did this the other day. I'm gonna move up to the spare. He wasn't even there, but his microphone sounded crazy. If you're actually there, Ben, and you actually would like to say something, just jump back up to the other channel and I'll come back. Pretty woman. But like, I would like to see the, I mean, I know they're doing a bunch of work with magic or intelligent weapons, which I don't know what that looks like yet. I haven't fiddled with it. But I think that you could start with like the Bard Blade, and contrary to you know what it sounds like, it's not for bards. It sings bard songs to players. Like every like random period of time, maybe. Like a proc that like every minute it's, say it's like 12%, and if it doesn't proc, then it increases the likelihood to proc like 5% every minute after that. Something. And ooh, good. Come here. And then it like starts to cycle through bard songs almost at random. And then it has like a dance. Is it special? Like it does sonic damage, and then on a very low number chance it dances the target. I think something like that would be a lot of fun. New study to scare you into being not a fatty. CDC says 40% of all cancer in the United States are linked to excess weight. Excess weight increased the likelihood of 13 cancers: brain, thyroid, multiple myeloma, stomach, esophagus, liver, blah blah blah. Rate of cancer has decreased since the 90s, but weight-related cancers have increased significantly. So if, like me, you're a chunky monkey, get healthy. Trying to keep one eye on the Twitter feed. Looks like there could be some real shenanigans going down tonight. St. Louis and whatnot. And I have friends who live there, so I want to make sure that I at least know what's going on. One friend who's not very politically motivated didn't even have any idea what's going on. Trying to figure out if I'm still getting any use out of the haste spell. We're gonna come out here. Yeah, I might have to see if Remington is willing to make me a drink. Yeah, I sensed trouble. I did a little bit of mimic farming, just like fast hit chest, hit chest, hit chest. Got us to 58, I think 53 maybe, somewhere in the low 50s. So we still need another 30 before we can buy our first mimic item. And I haven't decided if it's going to be the necklace or something, or the belt. I really like that belt. I think at 4th level there's probably not going to be much better than that. I also like to see more vampirism type effects. I also think you could do some Iron Skin-esque effects. What the shit? What a pile of crap. Let me just detour now. I think we got everything we need, so this is probably going to be quicker. Okay, so what is this door that I'm looking for? Didn't see the runes over there, I guess. And I'd like to see more earth or elementals frozen. That's cool. Look awesome. Get some. I wonder if I'd be better off going ahead and putting this on. I lose a lot of spell resistance, but Seeker's 6. I don't think there's any place else I can cram a Seeker in. Together. Dashboard's showing me a wide variety of people here. Me. You. Bye. Choo, 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 stabs, choo, stab. Oh, I haven't seen him in a really long time. I hope that he's okay. Julian. I don't think I've seen him on Twitch. I don't think I've seen him on Steam. There you go, Steam. Although I don't really have Steam on very much. He's doing good. You start to make friends with the viewers, and then when they're busy or whatever, you always get to tell people what's going on with you. You know, you can always be like, yeah, I'm unable to stream this morning because of X, or you know, you're always the one on camera talking about what's going on. But they only kind of let you know what's going on when they're around. If they have a Twitter, obviously you can follow them or whatever, but I don't know. My brain is wandering. Run it. Am I allowed to move again? Chop, chop. Chop, chop. Also, I do like tendon slice. I don't know if I've mentioned that recently. I usually don't go out of my way to get weapons that have it, but weapons that do get it, I do like that being on there. Trying to show something tendon sliced. This bad boy's got a 10% chance, right? Yep. So I pick this up. And that door won't open, right? Alright. Poof. I think you should be able to take that sword. Whirlpool Mola double strike. Aww. Just trying to think what might be. So I'm like, I could Demon Queen. That doesn't sound like a lot of fun, actually. Well, there's probably a reasonable amount of chests in there. I mean, you could go run. There's the one that's always there. 2 that's always there. Although an underwater chest probably doesn't. If it did spawn a mimic, it would be real difficult to deal with, wouldn't it? So you'd be left with 2 mimic chests. Oh, we could go to invaders. And the cursed crypt, obviously, duh. Cursed crypt will be a little tough, to be honest. But we can bard songs, so maybe it won't be that bad. Okay. We're not the worst at killing undeads. I mean, this thing's perfectly reasonable for killing most undead, even several levels later, level 9. Alright, let's go rock that curse crypt. Who doesn't have women on their mind? Go get some. Man, I can't believe it's almost November. It's barely October. Can't believe it's almost November. I don't think we need a helper. When I originally ran to the boat, I thought I would go look for one, but I think we need one. Excuse me. Pardon me. Alright. If you've never done this quest, it's a lot of fun, but also a lot of running around trying to find the magic key, which can be kind of poopy sometimes. Do wah dee 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 dum dee dee doo. Yeah, you did. I'm feeling super old. These are all thralls, right? Got a bookshelf and a lever over there. Silver flame dorks. Nice. Ran over, hit me once and died. You're the best. It does make things a little bit more difficult. Alright, spiked. I think spike is quest loot. Nope. Chest. Darn it. Sure. Alright, that's what we're looking for. Nope, not this. Perch. Let's do this one. This is the one chest we don't want to be a mimic. We'll just detour out of here real quick. Alright, I did not want to actually teleport back there, but Travis is messaging me about 2 trolls, so I wanted to try to avoid pulling down extra silver flame dust there if I could. Downtown, mother trucker. Let's throw up this. These. This guy's doing good. Putting some beats on. Come on, we're almost there. Whew, it's getting hot. A lot of firewalls right here. Poof. Nothing exciting. What a rip. Alright, I'm a little concerned. Actually, I'm not positive that this singing is going to work. What? Oh, hi. Alright. They don't see us directly, but they are running. Alright, so let's try a song and see if we can't get mad DPS on this guy, maybe. Yeah, because they're already immune to other mind controlling effects. That guy doesn't want to stand still. One killed. We got 3 left. See if we can just crossbow this guy. I think we're gonna be able to crossbow this guy. And we're not spell damage spec'd. Like in the other one, it's easier because you can just like jump up on the. That guy took damage. I wonder if we can sing again here. And keep any number of them like fascinated over on the other side of the wall. Make a wall out of their bodies. Kind of works. Oh, this guy, please. It gives us a estimated time to win as well. Oh, we're almost there. With the loss of but one. Whew. That's gonna get rough. It's another great song. Whoa! No thanks, 2 shit tons of poison damage. Again with the no thanks? Aw, what bullshit. What shit was that? Every magic missile did... Wow. Alright, well, I can either cake or I can just come back. Probably just have to cake. It's kind of gross. A lot disappointed in that. That particular death feels bad, man. I hear somebody stomping around up there. I'm not sure who. Just the wife or the kid. Make the wolves. Okay. I think we're mostly okay. Alright, so crossbow it up. As long as we don't spike at colors of the queen, we should be a golden. Death word over. We are not punching through very hard right now, because our weapon is not all the things it needs to be. We are slowly creaking through. It's not taking any of the... Ooh, I don't want that. And we already... Somehow one already died. That's great. Can we hit that guy? Are you sure? Am I just magic spamming? Am I just spamming with heal scrolls? Come here, Malfi. Come here. Yeah, since they changed the aggro mechanic, this quest has become a bear. Wow, and we're missing a lot. Something I can do to... Got a minute of... I would still much rather be able to just melee this guy down, but they're dying just like left and right and right and left. Oh, good. Excellent. How about we do something for us? Is that cool? There we go. Now you can get back to shooting that guy. And we're slowly chipping through. This is just going to make a very long infight if we can't figure out something. Wow. Alright, keep attacking. Let's see. We got a message. Alright. These dogs still active? They are. Alright, we are going to run to the shrine. it's this one. Not this one. What? All right. What? So my goal is to just kind of get through this part as quick as possible so I can spend as much time as I need working my way through that infight. If I could make a distraction, I think I would. My concern is that these guys are they're falling over like wet tissues. Doesn't help that the first guy ran over and died as soon as he hit me. Your first pen and paper day? So your first pen and paper day, is this 5th edition? Druid Warlocks. So I've personally never been a huge fan of the Warlock class in pen and paper. As part of my problem with it in DDO as well. Tobrel used one and thought it was okay in our 5th edition campaign that we just basically wrapped up. It was, I don't know, I think the idea was he felt unsatisfied. Combining it with the Druid, though, might give it a whole lot more satisfaction. So it could be alright. I know, a lot of those combinations you just have to try and see. For me, it's not the character, it's how it's role-played. I'm not going to bother with these traps. So it could be kind of cool. I know, you have to let us know how it plays out. So for me, a good D&D character always has something interesting to do. And gives you the option to roleplay however you want. As long as it meets those things, you have plenty of things to do. So the biggest problem is if you're going to be DC based, it's going to be kind of tough. But they rearranged things in 5th edition where, depending on what you're fighting, it just doesn't matter. The DCs literally don't mean anything. So, like we did my 5th edition experience is basically limited to this Against the Giants campaign we just did. So you're talking about things with huge piles of hit points, but they weren't that hard to hit. Basically just huge piles of fortitude saves and hit points. We have 4 seconds. We can't make both jumps though, just one. It's so weird, this song used to like be a real song, and now all I can picture is like a shampoo commercial? It's a good job of marketing. What? Oh, I haven't gone this way. And that is how my brain works, folks. Woman's razors. Something. Thought it was shampoo, maybe. Maybe it is women's razors. Maybe it's both. No, catch it. Like Venus shampoo or something? We got 30 seconds. I tell you though, Tobrel being a warlock came in pretty helpful. Some of the things he took were helpful outside of combat. I don't think he felt like he was the most useful in combat. I think was his primary concern. I wish he was here. He could just tell. Oh, he is here. Hey. I was literally just talking about you and wish that you were here. So your brother is not actually here and he's just squawking real loud. So I've taken over the spare channel. So Twerk here was actually talking about warlocks in 5th edition.
Mm-hmm.
And I was basically trying to remember the things that I felt had limitations on.
Well, part of it was the campaign.
That's part of what I just said.
Lack of scaling DCs.
Also mentioned that.
Difficult to land things later on. There's kind of a power band you hit, and then it's kind of, yeah. Now, on the other hand, if you want to make one of those probably multi-class blaster things with a sword, that's pretty pimp. That's all you want to do, which is probably what I should have done.
You can't hear Tobrel? Let me pause the music for a second. Alright, try it.
Oh.
Try again.
So, challenge with a warlock in 5th edition for what I tried to do with my last campaign was with scaling and DCs. As you get a higher level, DCs just start to not work so great. It doesn't scale up really good. Part of this was the campaign setting, so your mileage may vary. We were all frequently against things significantly higher level CRs. And plus, some of his rolls were just, I think, a little carried away. Now, the Blaster Sorks, or the Sork Warlock things, or, I mean, that's just straight up damage, and that's always pretty reliable.
So, I think the idea is specifically, what would you think about a Druid Warlock? Is that something that you believe would work? I think I'm going to
have to look at that. I don't know how much synergy is necessarily there. There's a lot of stat requirements that are opposed to each other.
Yeah, I just don't know.
Could work. Right, and there's some kind of interesting druid spells out there. There's that Vine Lash thing, or whatever it's called, like level 0 or 1 or whatever. It's really interesting. There's some things you could probably do, but I had to really look. I don't think it really lends itself all that well to melee. So you're probably better off with like the monk critter druid. And spell casting is probably much more synergistic with sorcerer for the whichever route you're going to go with your meta magic or blasting.
I feel like I'm just gonna have to move. I have a feeling I've done this quest for no reason and everyone's going to die.
Well, that happens. And the thing to remember is that you're just kind of bad at everything, so...
I'm good at killing things. Problem is I kill everything. I kill everybody.
Yeah, about the Silver Flame people and not killing them.
I don't know, it started off with one guy who I thought I had successfully avoided run straight at me and like hit me and my death ward block went off.
Yeah, I know don't kill all the Silver Flameologists and don't wear your Daily Danger Guards when you're rescuing the peoples, but...
Yeah, well, it's not coming off. So... Hopefully...
You know, if he didn't wear Death Block, really, whose fault is that? It's readily available, slottable, craftable. Really, there's no one to blame but himself.
Exactly. Exactly.
So...
Also, I went in here thinking at first I'd be able to sing these guys. I'm like, oh, they're immune to mind control, but not sleep or dance or whatever. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, they are.
Gotcha. Okay, Hexblade with healing spells. Maybe. I have trouble with something that can't. The challenge is several things. So you have some very much stat requirements going on there, or feats. So to engage effectively in melee, you're going to have to either have high armor class and or some soak, specifically from the armor mastery feat, or just high armor class. Then there's challenges of that, and do druids get shield proficiency?
They used to, but I don't know how things work now in 5th edition, to be honest.
Here's the book.
I basically built my one character and used it to destroy the campaign.
Where is Druid? Monk. Fighter. Druid begins with a D, right?
Only in this alphabet. I wonder if I can...
Alright.
Can I create... Can this guy distract well enough that I can just get in here and melee this guy to death?
Okay, Druids have shields. So... that aspect could work. You need a little bit of dex, and then you can pump your AC way up with medium armor mastery feat.
There, come here. Nope, I gotta be really careful.
3 off of dex, and then like what? Some off of. Where's armor? Armor? Equipment. On the other side of weapons now.
Please don't kill this silver flame guy. Alright, good. He's fighting the cleric. That'll probably help.
So somehow you get wooden half plates for 15 plus 2 with 1 feat, that's 3, so that's 18. With the dex to fill it up. The shield makes it 20. And then you chase after magical versions for up to 20. Whatever, like 22 early on, or well,
no, I just failed.
Campaign, then you can be level 12 and not deserve a +1 anything. You get it reasonably high.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm not gonna do that quest. Man, that's disappointing. I usually really like that quest, but since they made those adjustments to the aggro mechanic, it just becomes such a pain to do by yourself, and so much easier to do with 2 people.
Well, things are hard.
Well, like the first guy runs in, gets the aggro, casts Didor, and leaves, and then the things never de-aggro from that first guy because of the aggro mechanics.
Now, so everything is fine.
Say what?
There's Reaper mode now, so everything is fine.
Yeah, that works in Reaper mode too. I mean, I'm not complaining or crying or anything. It's just it doesn't make any sense to me why they would go so far out of their way to make something.
Have you met DDO people responsible for decisions like that?
I did. I don't know who's in charge of what now.
Well, they're kind of bad at things. They're good at a lot of things, they're just not good at putting things together.
What's my BAB? 9. I'm probably never gonna get there. Hey, MN developer. Thank you, Samius bot. And I have no idea what it is I would like to take now. Looks like I can finally take power attack, but I don't really care about power attack.
Just take toughness.
If I take power attack, does that work with your charisma to damage?
I think so. Good. It's a straight minus.
Well, it's minus to your
damage.
right.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, I'll just take
You'll
power
have to
attack.
get just enough strength to be able to take it. Now, if that versus precision, possibly more worthwhile, more DPS.
Yeah, I screwed up taking. My stats are not set up to take precision.
Oh, well, I guess power attack then.
Yeah.
Or toughness.
Yeah, I don't need more toughness. If I was going to take toughness, I'd take the barbarian feat.
If you have too many hit points, the monsters get bored and go away, and they stop attacking you.
Also true. I could also just take improved critical piercing, but I'm probably going to rock the razor wind into 20, so I can't think of a better weapon.
Alright, well...
and it's already keen, so...
Oh,
yeah.
well you can do your free spec later then.
Yeah, if I decide I don't like it. Well, and I'm also not gonna... Probably TR again, like, as soon as I get to epics or whatever.
Okay, well you can respec at 21 or whatever, or before 21 and get something else.
Right. If I feel like I need to.
Unless you want to rock your one rapier thing.
I do occasionally use it, but the razor wind is just so strong. I think crits on a 15 or 14. 14 plus.
Oh, I was in Balazard for when you're 23 or whatever.
Yeah, well, when I make it to 23, I'll worry about it.
Because that's another weapon that's a baked in critical.
Right. Also, that's like 14 lives away, probably.
Oh, are you not on your... I'm only kind of sort of paying attention to what you're on.
On Samius. I think I figured it out the other day. I have 9 more lives left to go before I start on racial lives. And I did 1. Here's something you could do that would be helpful. If you had to do a quest at level 15, with the idea that you're getting chests at a reasonable pace, what would be that quest?
I don't know. I'm about level 15. I'm doing a murder mystery quest on my human paladin. For the Alliance. That's not the answer you were looking for, was it?
I mean, it's not. I mean, it's good. It's good to know. Speaking of which, Derek found out that you're playing WoW and he's pissed that you haven't talked to him about it yet.
Well, that's unfortunate.
He's a big WoW addict, and he's like, I'd even get a new account to play with you guys. Like, I'm not playing it yet. I might do a month of WoW to try to boost some numbers. I've been kicking around the idea. I just really literally don't have the money for a sub right now. And he's like, all you need is he's like, I could give you Shane's account, then all you have to do is buy the X pack and a month sub. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like an awful lot of money I don't have.
You wouldn't necessarily need Legion.
Yeah, I don't know. Alrighty, let's take a look at this. 13 is a ton of good quests. Or 15. Actually.
Until level 20. Which doesn't really do a whole lot.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
like playing level 4 in DDO.
We do actually have gear increases at 15. I can't remember what, but there was something. Though the boundless potentially. Alright, so let's see what we lose with boundless. I think we shave a few points of... Nope, fort even stays the same. So our... We just gain mana? That's the only... How's our armor class? We do lose 5 armor class. So instead of a 51 chance, it's a 46 chance. What we grab? We get potency, which we don't care about. Some spell points, which whatever. 4 points of PRR. Alright, never mind. I guess we're not going to go to potency. What, boundless. What else did I have? I feel like there was something at level 15 that was awesome. Oh, epic. Enduring Convictions 14. Like, I can't think of a raid weapon that makes any difference. I know what it is. I 100% know what it is. It's this Shard of Power. That's the thing. Alright. So now our spell resistance is 26. What? 17 plus 9? Okay, that's correct.
SR is always good.
Yeah, well, I had the level 10 trinket on for a long time, so... Curious where the new 12 teleporter takes you to. It's not the worst. Oh, of course. This is a great one, actually. The Blockade Buster. There's a lot of chests in that quest in a relatively short period of time. I don't know, man. Some of these mimic items that they have right now are pretty good. I'm not so sure how available they're going to be. I mean, they've got to make them at least somewhat available, but... Let's see. So no time at the range today?
No. Had some things go awry. And I just ate instead of working like I was supposed to be doing. So I'm going to finish up my work. And then after a little while I'll go gym.
Shadow says D&D Online. I had downloaded it just before I lost my internet. Yeah, D&D Online. It's one of my longest playing games. a text. Make the killings happen. This is the middle next, right? I can never remember the... Yeah. Never know if I'm correct on my brain's just being Swiss cheese. Well, I reached out to Zach to make sure that he was taking precautions this evening.
Precautions?
Well, there's some shenanigans going down in St. Louis tonight.
Well, it's St. Louis, there's always things happening. There's vampires.
Well, that's true. But they're, protesters are shutting down streets and setting shit on fire, so... I guess, some new evidence came to light during the trial of that police officer, and he was found innocent. And, you know, it's not very popular to be an innocent police officer. And people have already decided you're a bad guy. Shadow, been a couple of weeks, man, but I finally get to watch another stream of yours. Awesome. I mean, I'm glad to have you here, so... If you have anything you'd like to discuss or talk about, or... whatever, feel free to put it in the chat. We'll do all the things. I'm pro all the things. Yeah, I know he's not very, like, aware of those kind of things, so I wanted to make sure that he... Especially with them shutting down major highways. Make sure that he didn't get caught in anything. So... It sounds like he's got the plan to basically just stay home tonight. Which I never actually been to his house. The one time we drove by and I was gonna stop and visit him, he was ill, and I had already spent enough time in the car. I wanted to commit Harry-Carry. So, did not go any further out of the way. Speaking of vampires in St. Louis, any word on another book from Crazy Lady there?
I stopped reading them, actually.
I kinda have too, that's why I was curious. Like
Yeah, the entire book where nothing got murdered, so I was like...
Yeah, I was enjoying her fairy series, but I even got away from it too. I don't know. She I think one too many trips to the S&M dungeon for her. I didn't know if you would stayed semi-current or not.
Nope.
Alright, I think we've got... Alright. We just gotta chop one or two more guys in half. ski door and hit the Sally Port button. Kind of enjoying this War Chanter Swashbuckler hybrid. The Swashbuckler's got a lot of really interesting stuff available to it now.
Spitting out some okay damage.
I think if I get a few more points, it'll pick up even more. Oh, I picked up a negative level, huh? Alright. I'm tired of this negative level stuff. Come here. Whoa! Jump around this corner for a second. Or not. Just get pinned in a hole over here. Alright. Where'd you go? You pain in the ass, caster. Is that you? Causing me all these troubles?
No, not me. I'm not even
I'm just murdering casters who, like, all of a sudden I get 3 negative levels, got gust to the wind to the ground, and disintegrated for like all but 33 hit points. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to kill some casters now. Alright. Mimic me. Nope. Mimic me. Your lack of mimics are disturbing. Tacos ranked. Number 1, the taco you have. Number 2, all other tacos.
I don't know. Taco's always greener on the grass across the something. I don't know where that's going.
Oh no, man! I'm pretty adamant about having the taco in my hand, eating it.
Yeah, but sometimes you see a taco kind of walking by on the street, and you're like,
We can't call it.
You know,
Keeps walking.
Why don't do that? Just kind of, you know, take a little gander, save it for later.
Put that in the spank bank of taco-ness.
Yeah, you want to treat your tacos with respect, of course.
Nope. Give it a little cat call. Hey baby, is that a soft shell? You're making my shell hard.
I mean, sure, you can go approach the taco. And put on a little swagger, and then if it works, great. If not, then when you get back to your place, you beat your meat like it owes you money.
I'll show you my soft shell. Hi. Oh, Pandemonium. Pandemonium's a bad one. I'm actually almost learning the champions now. Not quite, but almost. And just kill everything. Just kill for days. I just walked up here. Knocked. And he started attacking me so rudely. Aquarius. Ooh. Oh, this guy's not gonna be very happy to kind of stunned there for a second. Before we go down there, we should check the captain's quarters for the... Internet McDonald's is back. I'm gonna go back to see what you're talking to me about. Okay. That is one of the good things about YouTube over Twitch, is that people can rewind it while it's still live. I don't think you can do that on Twitch. One of the disadvantages, anytime I do a live stream that's got a song in it, either the whole video gets banned or I get like 15 emails about royalties on a stream. If this is monetized, this video is monetized, you'll have to pay royalties. It's not monetized yet. Once it is, I'll have to just use open source music. Oh yeah? I didn't realize you were watching Enemy Mine right now. That's a good movie. It's a good movie. Nobody really recognizes as a good movie. I not be being one of your crew. I be here to make you dead.
ER. Oh, I opened up the wrong app. That's probably not what I meant to do.
Bump shitty wow wow.
I meant to open up this app.
Bump shitty, bump shitty bump wow wow.
Oh, fix code 9 can go to hell.
so many badmins. Alright, I'm not part of your crew. Get your scaly hide back here, little kobold. Yeah, I'm right on the bubble for my attack bonus being good enough for a red alert, but not quite. My chief concern now is that this will turn out to be a mimic. Alright, wasn't. You can blow up in 15 seconds. I don't even care. So I was on a boat with a bunch of villains on it, and I was red alerted. So then I exploded that boat, and I'm still yellow alerted. Not 100% sure they understand what it means to kill all your enemies. Good, we red alerted again. That's good.
Oh, why?
Still have 2 minutes of Death Ward. I guess we better click this one again. Knock, knock. Here to murder.
Do you like murder? 'Cause I do.
Sometimes.
Somewhere?
Yes, she had a meeting.
Okay.
Oof, didn't alert.
Did you eat your dinner?
Yeah, I ate it.
Okay.
Surely you can invoke some kind of pirate code to fight him one-on-one and lower the alert.
Well, he doesn't know it yet, but I'm taking over his boat. And by taking it over, I mean sinking it to the bottom of the harbor.
I mean, it's definitely yours. At that point, it's like licking something.
Maybe I should turn... Alright, I'm going to turn power tech off for a second. See if that gets me landing the blows. It does not. God, Red Alert is such a biatch.
Mm-hmm.
Often for no reason. So I'm sure the reason why the alert is so high is because something isn't really dead that should be. Like by blowing up that other boat, all the levels of it should be blown up too, but probably like one level isn't coded where it's part of the actual boat. So it doesn't blow up and kill all the enemies officially. Come on, jump, jump, pick it up. Let's try a little go to sleep, sleep. Get some trash weeded down here to kill a scary champion that didn't have a chest. Where's the special guy? This boat did not... There you are. Hi. I was looking for you. Oh yeah, the alert went down. You died. Still no mimic. What the shit? Here, I'm gonna shoot this boat one time. Pew! Oh, look at it blow it up. Real pickup lines that worked on actual women.
If you had to give a TED Talk in 5 minutes, what would it be about?
If I had to give a TED Talk in 5 minutes?
That's a pickup line.
Oh, that's a pickup line. Okay.
Now that's going to work on your kind of smarter, high-class ladies.
I thought you were legitimately asking me what would I give a TED Talk on.
I mean, that would be a curious question for you as well. I just want to tell you that that question will... You aimed at it, you know, ladies that have a little bit of, you know, stuff to them. And
you mean like your doctors and zoologists?
You will not be able to pry them off you.
I don't know, it was not... Huh?
They'll put it in their own ass.
Oh, boy.
Anyhow, if you, Samius, had to give a TED Talk in the next 5 minutes, what would it be about? Let's say you're like one of the 20-30 minute ones.
It's gotta be like, it's gotta be Dungeons and Dragons related, right? Like that, if there's anything I'm an expert on.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Then yeah. Any topic doesn't have to be related to...
Right, but that's what I'm saying though, like, if I was gonna go out there and be selected for a TED Talk, like it would have to be something like I couldn't go out there and talk about genetic engineering. Or rocket surgery, you know, I just...
Definitely not that.
I don't think I could discuss rocket surgery for 20 or 30 minutes.
Rocket surgery is actually a thing. I'm gonna look it up.
Rocket surgery? Oh yeah, man. People rocket surgery all the time. You go out, you find a rocket, you cut its guts open, you steal its kidney, put it in a bucket of ice in a Mexican hotel. Rocket surgery. But that would be the end of my talk. That would be all I could do. That's the whole discussion.
Yeah.
But I think it would have to be something about like Dungeons and Dragons and role playing in general, and how it's an excuse to not only run through fantastic scenarios, but also like character build within yourself.
And collecting goblin eggs and muskrat dicks.
Muskrat dicks for sure. Because all those TED Talks have like secret, like subplot kind of bullshit. Like really, my TED Talk's about X, but when you flip down underneath the covers and you look up the skirt,
Reverse and someone's saying what?
what?
You're watching some different TED Talks from me, I guess.
No. All the TED Talks are really secretly about something deep and meaningful. Whoever actually writes their speeches is pretty good.
You know, D. Williams has a really good one. And you know who else has a really good one? Is Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah.
Hers is really good.
Anyone who's famous for blowing guys is not on my list of people I want to listen to talk.
You just gotta give her a chance. That's part of her thing. It was on bullying.
Yeah. See, just don't care. To be fair, a lot of the ones that I like and watch are related to engineering specifically and not cultural type things. Like, I forget the guy, but they built the bird, the robot bird that actually flies around with the actual motion of the bird, and actually figured it out. That was really cool. Yeah, I don't know. The culture TED Talks bore me. I bet, like, if they had Robert Peterson do one, I would be entertaining, though. But he would never make the list.
I don't know that the barrier's all that high. They're all over the, at least all over the U.S.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I would like to... One of the things that I regret not doing was going and seeing... the Dresden guy, Butcher, give his thing. I bet he would be interesting.
Oh, that was so good. That guy is so great. That was packed, too. That was the most packed thing I've ever seen at Gen Con. Like, no one... Like Will Wheaton and fucking what's-your-face. Their lines weren't as long as his line. And his panel was just phenomenal. Even better, I know we shared the story already, but the very first question he got was right after his last book. Like, his last book dropped for like a week or two or something. And the very first question was, when's the next Dresden book? And he just dumped his head on the mic like this asshole.
Well, the problem for me now is that he's past due on the next Dresden book.
Yeah, John said he looked into it, and I guess the reason is because he's going through a divorce or something.
Probably.
So that's a thing. Also, he's written some other stuff in the meantime, like a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, I haven't read a lot of his other stuff. I probably should. It's probably good. His writing style is like what I like to read. Like, it's not overly... I guess I gotta go help this guy up. Very well, I'll go scout your tunnel. Bend over. But, I like that, you know, he's descriptive where he needs to be, but then lets you run away with your imagination in the other places. Which is often one of the things I don't like about the one girl's writing. The Anita Blake series. She'll latch into something that's too much.
You just don't like reading about man nipples.
You know, it's not my favorite subject.
And about her sucking dicks.
I mean, that's better, but I just... I don't need to know what color the swish is on her Nikes this day. You know what I mean? Like...
Color coordinated. You got that's immersion.
I think there's probably a happy medium in there, but...
The happy medium was where she murders literally everything. It doesn't just spend the entire book on her harem, and then, oh yeah, there's a little bit of investigation and oh, that thing happened. Like,
Isn't that what happens now? I thought that was her whole book now.
That was the last one that I read, and I don't know. I think it was the one where the Tiger Prince came for a visit, and they were trying to get him to hook up for some reason or another.
Yeah, I feel like I read that as well.
I think that was the last one I read, or something. I don't know. I have no idea.
Cause she's like a panware now.
Something? I think has the forms. Well, she didn't transform, I don't think. But she has all the things inside her. Well, maybe she can do. I don't know. I'm just gonna show up because I'm obviously not remembering it. And confused even if I did.
All I know is I keep the first graphic novel downstairs in my toilet, and it gets broken out and read reasonably often. The first handful of books are very, very good. What?
I read it every time I come to visit.
Do you really?
Look at it. What else am I gonna do in there?
Oh no, you always seem to have your phone within hand's reach. I assume Facebook?
Yeah, but you got all that camera shit in there to watch me jacking it. It's kind of awkward.
That would be true, I guess, if I had a camera to put in there.
It's okay. I have a GoPro now, so I can take all kinds of action shots for you.
Nice. In the off chance you decide someday to make content?
You know.
With all this hiking?
We were gonna go this weekend and look at the site, and now we're not, because we're looking for a place for her. Oh.
She's not going to keep that apartment? Or house,
No,
or whatever it was?
She can't afford the apartment she's in now.
Okay.
It was like a joint thing, and then a weird thing, and...
Right.
Apparently, working in the things like zoology and such don't make you a lot of money.
Ironically, I think I've heard that.
So, whereas her ex made a lot of money. He's some kind of engineer.
Well, sounds like alimony checks to me.
Or a lump sum, which you didn't hear from me. So she should be like okay. It's still the place is real. It's downtown. It's real nice, real expensive.
Well, it's probably a challenge.
Although my place isn't much cheaper. So kind of looking at, she's trying to decide if she wants to buy something or just rent something for a little while. Or rent something for a little while and then buy something, and then get back into being housed. Now you want to talk expensive, start buying houses in Denver.
Yeah, I mean, houses are not notoriously known for being inexpensive.
Like, you guys' house, around about where I live, is probably $200,000 to $300,000.
Well, to be fair, our house, where we live, is actually... Because where we live is a weird housing bubble. Like, it's really weird. It's actually not super far away from the low end of what you said. And I'm pretty sure I turned my office into a third bedroom with an egress window, and it will probably hit that bottom mark.
It's crazy.
Right?
You live in Kansas, nothing can be that expensive.
The housing in Salina is weird. We've got like...
Well, housing in Salina could take a reality check.
Yeah, well, I hope it doesn't until after I leave.
Alright, well, we'll go with that. Alright, I have socks, I have shoes, here's shorts, some fancy underoos. And go beyond your gym and pedal and then come back. And,
Yes. I've missed the gym the last 2 days because my head. We're gonna have to do extra tomorrow. But these cranial adjustments, they're making me sick.
well, stop having a cranium.
Well, apparently the reason why it's making me sick is because my body's not used to getting stuff out of my skull that's supposed to be out of my skull. Like, oh, this liquid's supposed to already be gone. Not trapped in your brain. Oh, that's nice.
I mean, could be a thing. Hey, leaving the oven on is a thing too. No wonder it's so warm over here.
Welcome, good game, Gary. Shoot this guy from years away. Alright. Now you're gonna let me actually put this charge down?
Get the jacket. It's just a little chilly.
I don't know, I'm sitting here with my full fan pointed straight at me. I'm melting.
Oh, you should probably wear a jacket in the underground there. It's probably real chilly.
I mean...
All the explosives, it might be warm.
I'm not even wearing pants right now. Like, I think I'm actually probably dressed like my character right now.
In a miniskirt?
Mini skirt and all.
Oh, that makes sense. Who am I to judge?
Well, you're a judger. You
Just
judged
perceiver.
professionally for years, I know.
No, I'm perceiver.
I wonder if I could be a professional judger.
ENFP, perceiver, not judger.
Actually, I'm working at becoming a professional judger.
Oh, get on that.
I'm working on it. Although it sounds like the competition to be governor in Kansas isn't going to be super strict, so maybe I just become governor for a couple of years.
Might as well. A couple of kids are doing it. I hope one of them wins and does an awesome job.
Can't do worse than the last guy, right?
True words have rarely been said.
I say the same thing about presidents. I say the same thing about governors. Oh, jeez.
I can run president.
You could. You should. I don't think you'll get it.
I could probably avoid us getting nuked more easily.
to be fair, it's going to be incredibly unlikely that we get nuked anyway.
Oh, hold my beer and watch this.
Like, if shit gets too close to real, that'll just blow that country up. The problem is that an ally that relies on us for defense, like most of the fucking countries in the world, would probably get the shit shot out of them for the first hour it would take for us to start to respond, and they would probably just get blasted real bad.
There's several countries there that could get hit.
Yeah, but like, what'd they say? There's like 30,000 just like regular conventional bomb or missiles, rockets, whatever, pointed at South Korea. With even with our defenses that we already have in place down there, it would be really hard pressed for us to do anything except for wipe out like Seoul and a lot of the major cities over there before we could stop it.
All I know is that if something does happen, it's not going to be pretty.
That is probably true.
It'd be really bad.
But
if they don't make a glass factory and cause all kinds of problems, they'll cause all kinds of problems with an invasion. And then we'll have yet another generation of guard veterans and...
Well, we just got to finish things is the problem. We just can't finish anything. Like if you're gonna do something, make it worth it, you know? Like we lost a lot of lives in Korea during the Korean War. But we look at South Korea and it's great. Like it was worth it. You know, we brought some freedom, we have a strong ally in the area. Like they're one of the strongest economies in that region. The people over there are infinitely better off. And you'd never have there been such a strong comparison. Be like, everything that's good about South Korea, look at everything that's good about North Korea. It's nothing. Okay.
Pot.
So, I mean, you
Okay.
just have to be able to... You gotta be willing to follow through. Which is part of the reason why we have so much trouble in the Middle East right now, because we get in trouble, and we don't have either the political will or the motivation to finish things.
Like, that's a totally different thing. How do you
No.
follow through on that without just making fucking glass factories and filling in caves with concrete?
I mean, I think we can probably be more helpful than making glass factories, but like, you gotta get in there. If you're gonna go in and quell something, you have to provide education for long enough for the people to move through that.
Yeah, I don't know how to fix any of that.
Nobody does. That's part of the problem. But I mean, if you look at, oh wow, did I freeze the boulder? That's cool.
Maybe. Oh, I should get over here.
Wow, I've never done anything like that before.
2 minutes and I'm walking out the door because I gotta get.
That's fine.
Jim, while I still have some at the correct eating stage.
Well, all I can tell you is I'm finishing this quest and I'm wrapping up. I gotta record 2 Trolls in a Brew. I told Travis around 8, which would be in a couple of minutes. So my plan is to finish this quest in and log for the well, not the evening necessarily, but for a while. And then I assume we'll come back for some hots later tonight, but
I might be around. I don't know. Quite possible.
it's all good. Said I'm gonna murder this guy and take his stuff and probably take off.
Okay. I think I am too. See you in a few.
Alright, have a good night. But yeah, it's unpopular to put people in harm's way for people you don't see and you don't know. And we can typically see the short-term problems, but we people in general, Americans as a specific, are really short-sighted when it comes to certain things, I think. We're bad at learning the lessons from the past, in particular. So, oh man, we got through the 60s and about halfway through the 70s tonight. That's pretty good. And we got another mimic, even better. So let's get our mimic count. Depending on how close we are to 80, we'll probably DDO tomorrow morning, and then Factorio tomorrow afternoon. Or potentially HOTS tomorrow too. I don't know. I want to talk to Witty before I make plans. Yeah, quest is done. Alright, so let's get an idea of what we have here. 56. So, we did not get very many since we started questing. Kind of disappointed. A silver light hammer, though. I think we'll grab the silver light hammer. Alright. So when we come back, we'll have one more quest over here to deal with, and continue trudging along. We should have at least one action point at our disposal. But I don't think there's really anything we can do yet. I don't care about this. I kind of like this, but oh, duh. That seems great. Panache. Alright, I'm gonna end the music. Boop. Alright guys, hopefully you will join us for the next live stream. If you're a YouTube watcher and you're interested in Magic the Gathering, we'll be doing the Two Trolls podcast in just a few minutes. And it's often a lot of fun. Alright guys, thanks for hanging out with us. I've been saying special thanks to Tobrel for sticking around and being a helper. And hopefully we'll see you guys real soon. Alright, peace and much love.